Hey, good morning, family. This is your vegan goddess, more holistic. Where I am, it's about 6:30. You can see that it's kind of cloudy up there. Looks like it's going to rain today. What's the forecast? So I'm walking my doggy here. I don't know if you see him, but we get up early. Sometimes 6 o'clock, sometimes before the sun comes up. And he likes, I guess I would say I'm walking the dog, but Anubis, or his African name, Anpu, is walking me. He pulls me and gets me going, because otherwise I probably wouldn't walk. Not as much. But anyways, I'm doing really good. Hope everybody's doing good as far as being compassionate and loving and kind and taking care of your diet, not to eat any animal products whatsoever, and being vegan, because I know it's good for your health and everything. It's really great. But also it's good for the planet. It's good for the animals. Because a lot of times you say you want to do it for health reasons. That's all right, but that's a little selfish and I would say selfish and superficial, because sooner or later you could fall back into the clutches of eating flesh and dairy and eggs and fish and anything with a face, okay? We don't want that. So what you need to do is make a promise to yourself. I gotta watch the dogs. Make a promise to yourself that you're gonna go 100% plant-based, vegan, because it's going to save the planet. You know, there's a lot of how do I say, herder mentality and domination, and people feel they have a right to kill and murder billions of animals every year so they can fill their guts. Make your excuse me. Ooh, getting caught. I have this little cough. I got herbs for that. Stop! Over here, come over here. I guess he don't want to. He found something. Anyways, billions of dollars, and what it does, anyways, it's killing the ecosystem, all the animals, and factory farming is the most cruelest thing you can ever think. And it's, they got all kind of pesticides and animal feces and all that stuff in with your little chickens and your eggs and all that food y'all be eating. It's got shit on it, as big as your fist. Do the research. You don't have to believe me. So, and this notion that we need meat, no, we don't need it. You're being brainwashed to believe that. That's not true at all. Not at all. You can get all your proteins from plants, and calcium and all this other stuff. But normally vegans get their vitamin B from the soil and the water. But since it's all chemicalized and all trashed up because of capitalism and the greed to have more profit, exploit us, and we as melanated people should know about exploitation and profit, because that's the reason they brought us over here in the first place, because they were lazy and they wanted to clear the land with genocide. So they, we're already here, and the other part came from Africa. So they brought us over here from our gathering society of communalism, of matriarch, of sharing and helping each other out, and over to this capitalist society, and brainwashed us with all these selfishness. Every man for himself, God for us all that kind of stuff. You get yours and I get mine. Y'all heard that one, right? That's why our children hate us right now, because the adults of my years, they're so selfish. All they want to do is buy red bottom shoes and weaves and look good, and they neglect the children and don't fight and have a revolution so they can have a better world. They go there and talk about, oh, when I die, I get mine. I'm not knocking anybody's religion. Everybody can go to church, but just I don't understand. Maybe somebody can help me. I don't understand how you can call yourself a religious person. You're a Christian or Islam or whatever organized religion you do, and go there every Sunday and pray, and then you kill. What do? You have chicken afterwards, beef, all these things that you eat. But how could you do that when that's killing something? That's killing the pork defenseless animals that's all caged up on these plantations. That's what they basically are. It's just plantations that they put our ancestors on. They got the animals on there too. But a lot of people will say, well, you're putting animals before black people. No, I'm not, because it's all interconnected. You know, the whole system of exploitation and profit and greed was done to us. That's how America was built. If there was no slavery, there would be no America. So all this, they took away the indigenous, aboriginal farming methods, which was basically foraging, going out and looking for berries and whatnot, and fruits, vegetables, nuts, grains, with a little hunting on the side. But now we got them, like you see the soybean patches and corn everywhere in the farmland, especially, wherever you are. They're not feeding that to you, they're feeding that to the cows. All those grains, those tasty grains, they're feeding that to the cows. So that you can have your steaks and barbecues and hog maws and all this other stuff that you don't need. You've been brainwashed to eat it. It's all a lie, because all these big companies make big money. And then the medical association, and this is a disclaimer, and Big Farm can make all this big money off of you because they know all you got to do is have a plant-based diet. That means vegan, no animal products, no dairy, no fish, none of that, no insects either. And they would be out of business, so they're not going to tell you. They got the studies and the research all there. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say. I'm not trying to, I am trying to tell you, man, you need to stop. Stop eating the meat and killing the planet. And killing yourself, killing your people, killing the future generations. You don't have no right to go around killing stuff. Didn't it say if you're a Christian, Genesis 1:29, God has provided you with all the fruit-bearing herbs on the planet. Meaning, from the trees, the herbs, and fruitarian. Didn't say go out and kill an animal. But I know everybody's going to interpret that as something different. You're going to go to another verse and say, well, and am I judging you? Who am I to judge somebody, right? No, I'm judging. What is that on me? I'm judging because as a black woman or a melanated woman, whatever you want to call, and my ancestors were former slaves and sharecroppers of this system, then I'm the one that should, and plus they used to rape black women on breeding farms for centuries, especially after they outlawed slavery. It's kind of like what they do to the cows now. They rape them and force them to have, pregnant them sooner than they have, so you guys can have your milk that you say you need, which you don't need. You're giving it to your children, giving them all kind of diseases. Plus, you're killing the cows, and having all this cow feces is worse than air pollution in cars and factories. It's cow feces. So, if you want to have some compassion and love in your heart, and really practice your religion from your holy books, how about starting with your plate? Because there's death on your plate. Any animals on there, eggs, chickens, fish, all of that is death on the plate. So start there. Look at your plate and look at those. Put some nice kale on there and some green beans and rice, brown rice, wild rice, even if you want to eat a little white rice. But even though it's refined and stuff. But that would be far better than, chopping on chicken. And I'm not trying to, how do you say it? Roast somebody for what they eat. I understand that we've been brainwashed, and a lot of our people are locked into concentration camps called cities and urban areas, and forced to eat. And what do they call it? Food deserts or food apartheid. Like racial apartheid. They make sure we get the worst meat that y'all, worst meat. I don't even eat it. Worst. Even if you do eat meat, they make sure you get the worst meat, the most rottenest meat, and then you have to pay even higher prices for it. So, best thing to do, I guess you can start with the jars and, hey, get out of here. and whatnot. But the basic thing needs to be a total revolution. You know, we need a revolution to organize this, turn this sucker out, because you cannot revise it or reform it. It can't be reformed. It's just total. It needs to be destroyed, and have a new system set up, which is compassionate, like a matriarch, plant-based, to protect all living beings. And that's why, you know, eat organic, not only for its health, it is healthier food, it's good, better for you and healthy for you, but it's less detriment to the environment, because, you know, regular commercial food, they use all those pesticides, which kill other plants, go under the groundwater, kill other insects that, you know, insects were put here for a reason, right? They kill the insects, the other animals, the groundwater, and it's just like a domino effect. So I'm not telling you what to eat, but I am telling you what to eat. Eat vegetables, eat lots of fruits, okay? If you can do 80% fruit, that's great. If you can't, 50% fruit, and then other 20% nuts and what is that? Nuts, seeds, and a little bit of grain. You know, not too much. So it'd be like 50, 20% vegetables, 10% nuts, 10% seeds. So, and then the other 10%, throw in a little beans and grains, like quinoa and you know, pinto beans, black-eyed peas, you know, things like that. And it'd be good if you could go raw too. But anyways, there's lots of channels on there telling you how to cook and everything right now, and you could go even go raw. But yeah, and if you don't want to do all the smoothie stuff, just grab an apple, organic apple, and eat it. Grab a banana, organic, preferably, and eat it. You don't want to do all that, you know, dicing and chopping and all that kind of stuff. You know, sometimes you don't want to be bothered with it. Just eat it like it did in nature, like our ancestors did, you know, 250 million years ago. Who happened to be black, dark, as dark as me or darker. Orange, blue color, you know. This is a beautiful thing because the planet was hot. You needed the color to stay alive, all right? So that's my advice to you for today. So have compassion, practice what you preach. When it says in all the good holy books, don't kill, it's talking about animals too, you know. So there's no need to eat it. And I don't want to sound redundant, but there's no need to eat it. But yeah, have a great day. And also, when you start eating your plant-based diet, it'll make you more intelligent. You won't be so slow in the head. You won't be around here killing and raping and robbing, because your mind will be more creative to think of ways to overthrow the system, so that you don't have to be subjugated and killed and murdered and shot in the street. So, you know, you don't have to go out and slaughter an animal, because the animal you eat eats you in different ways. It could be disease, it could be violence coming from the herder mentality, and from the empire, okay? Because we know that the people that patrol the streets is not for your safety, it's protecting the property of those who exploit us all. That small minority who gets all the goodies and we don't get nothing. So we think we have something, but we really don't. So yeah, they feed all this, they grow all this grain, it's like soybeans, corn, and other things like that, and they feed it to livestock. Isn't that so crazy? That is just backwards and primitive. Now I'm gonna just say primitive, that was just backwards. But yeah, that's why you have thousands of masses of people starving, because there's enough food to go around. But if you feed all the corn and the grains to the animals, and plus the animals, a lot of time they feed some concoctions made of meat and animal products to vegetarian animals like cows. It's just a twisted system. So there's no way you can, you know, when they say we're gonna do reform, no, you can't reform this. You cannot reform this. You're gonna have to operate it and completely cut it out and destroy it, and replace it with a just system to stay within the natural laws of nature, netters, you know, the higher beings, you know, the great mama, the way she designed it. Because see, when they overthrew her laws too. That's why everything is all upside down and lopsided, and the world's on the brink of death because of that. Okay, that's all the dark, yeah, that's Dark Goddess confession number, I think it's number 9. I hope I didn't bring you down and make you feel mad and depressed because you don't need to eat your meat. And then don't give it to the little babies. You know, you grow up the little kids, you stuff all that chicken down their guts. Make them just like you, huh? You're brainwashed. Don't brainwash the little kids. Hey, watch it. Don't brainwash them and have them all sick, you know, and cause so much pain and suffering on your plate and in your life, okay? All right, everybody, that's it. Oh, yeah, you better get out of there. What's in those woods? Oh, Lord. Anyways, I'm doing great. What else? It's summertime here. It's going to start getting hot down here. It stays real hot for a long time, starting, well, what's that, March all the way through November, Halloween. So, yeah. Think about what I said. If you don't believe me, go do your own research. You don't have to believe me. Watch a film, read a book. You'll be surprised what you'll find out. And don't listen to the TV and the radios and all that stuff. They're lying to you. They all hooked up. The media's all hooked up with these big businesses like, you know, the meat business and the egg business and the dairy, pushing it on your children. They know it's going to make you sick. They know. They don't care. And even the medical, so they make big bucks off of you being sick. You think they're going to tell you that? They're going to promote that? You know, research, give money to all the meat companies that do the killing and the murder of all the animals, give the resources for research to the meat, from meat companies into the schools and the colleges and stuff. It dominates the whole society. But yeah, so happy, wait a minute, happy, having a meat-free life. No, remember, no flesh of any kind. Don't eat nothing with a face, right? No dairy whatsoever. No eggs. None of that. No fish. None of that. Seafood. None of that. None. Absolutely zero. Zero. So don't cheat. And don't say I'm doing it for health reasons, because that's real selfish and superficial. But yeah, it's a start, though. It's a good starting place. But you don't want to stay there. You want to do it for the compassion of the whole life force, the ecosystem, the animals, the poor little vegetarian cows, and so the way they slaughter and kill them. Yeah, I know that's the reason they cut their throats where the heart is still beating. They cut them in the butcher houses, in the slaughterhouses, I guess in the concentration camps and on the plantations, to make sure the heart pumps all that blood out. Because otherwise your meat will be filled with blood. You know, you go to the grocery store, it'll be a bag of blood. But anyways, I hope I made you feel disgusted enough to stop eating it. So if you continue to eat it, you become what you eat. If you want your stomach to be a graveyard, if you want to eat yourself to death, okay. Don't say I didn't warn you. And also, don't kill the messenger. I'm just the messenger, okay? Don't get mad with me. Don't get mad with me. Give up the meat. Give up all the dairy. Give it up. Give it up or you're going to die, all right? Now, see, once you become a fruitarian, plant-based person, you know you're not going to die. You're not going to die because you'll live forever. Because energy doesn't die. It's transformed and goes on and be something else in the cosmos out there somewhere, or maybe over around here. Come back as a person. I don't know where. You'll probably come back as a person. So anyways, your soul will be light and you can travel up those heavenly steps better. And you're lighthearted. Your heart is free because you don't have all that murder and slaughter and taking of life on it. So free yourself up, free your mind, and your ass will follow. And have a happy, wonderful day. And like I said, don't kill the messenger. I'm just here to to help you grow, to make you think and change your life forever, ever, ever, and ever. So you never have to kill nothing again. So when you go to church and they start reading those 10 commandments or whatever commandments your holy book says, you can have a light heart because you know you haven't murdered anything and you haven't partaken in murder. Okay, so more holistic, your vegan goddess, all praise to the dark mother, the black mama, from which all blessings flow. And that's what she told me to tell you today. She said, keep your hands off the dirt, that bloody meat. Because if you don't, you're gonna suffer for it. That's it. And then when you start to suffer, and don't ask for people to feel sorry for you. Because there's people like me telling you not to do it, and you refuse to listen because it causes all forms of disease. Diabetes, cancer, heart disease, all kind of skin stuff. And some even say, well, we won't even say that. You know, the big one. We've been in the house hiding from that it caused that. Okay, anyways, like I said, read a book and watch a film. Don't take my word for it. Do your research. I'm tuning out. You're a vegan goddess. VVV for vagina and vulva. Okay, of the great mother in the cosmos. All right, thank you. Bye-bye. Give me a thumbs up. You can share. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment if you don't think, if you disagree with what I'm saying, or you have another solution. Let me know how you feel. What do you think about that? Okay, bye-bye.